Hello everyone! Welcome to this video lesson. I am Ma'am Liza and we're going to talk about the absolute values of integers. For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, students are expected to describe and illustrate the absolute value of a number on a number line. Okay, so let's have an activity. Activity 1, the Metro Manila Rail Transit or the MRT tour. Suppose the MRT stations from North Avenue to Taft Avenue were on a straight line and were 500 meters apart from each other. How far would the North Avenue station be from Taft Avenue? So, yung first step na gagawin natin is hanapin muna natin kung asan ba yung North Avenue and yung Taft Avenue. So, dito sa number line, nandito ang North Avenue and nandito naman ang Taft Avenue. So, gaano ba kalayo ang bawat station sa isa't isa? So, according to the problem, they were 500 meters apart from each other. So, gaano kalayo ang North Avenue from Taft Avenue? Okay, so the answer is 6,000 meters or 6 kilometers. Number 2, suppose Allan rode the MRT at Shaw Boulevard and got off in Kamuning. How far would he travel from the starting point to his destination? So, hanapin muna natin kung alin ba yung starting point and yung destination. So, according to the problem, Allan rode the MRT at Shaw Boulevard and got off in Kamuning. So, therefore, ang Shaw Boulevard ang kanyang magiging starting point and ang Kamuning naman ang kanyang magiging destination. So remember, each station were 500 meters apart from each other. So the answer is 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. Next, number 3, suppose Ben rode the MRT at Shaw Boulevard and got off in Ayala. How far would he travel from the starting point to his destination? So again, kailangan muna nating malaman ang starting point at ang destination point. So dito sa problem, ang Shaw Boulevard ang kanyang starting point and ang Ayala naman ang kanyang destination. So how far would be from Shaw Boulevard to Ayala? So the answer is 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. And number 4, what can you say about the directions and the distances traveled by Ben and Allan? So ano yung napansin nyo kanina dun sa sagot natin sa number 2 and number 3? Okay, so traveling the same distance in opposite direction. So, di ba kanina, same lang yung nakuha nating answer sa travel ni Ben and ni Allan. So, pareho silang 2,000 meters or 2 kilometers. Next, activity 2, the bicycle joyride of Archie and Angelica. Problem. Archie and Angelica were at Aloy's house. Angelica rode her bicycle 3 miles west of Aloy's house, and Archie rode his bicycle 3 miles east of Aloy's house. Who traveled a greater distance from Aloy's house? Archie or Angelica? So, bago natin sagutin yung problem, I want you to answer the following questions. Number 1, what subsets of real numbers are used in the problem? Okay, So, anong subsets ng real numbers ang nakikita nyo dito sa number line? Okay? So, the answers are counting numbers, whole numbers, and integers. So, counting numbers starts from 1. So, from 1, 2, 3. And then, ang whole number naman, nag-start siya sa 0 together with the counting numbers. And ang integers naman ay set of whole numbers and their opposites. So, we have here 0, 1, 2, 3, and negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. Number 2, what are opposite numbers on the number line? Give examples. So, ano-ano yung mga opposite numbers na makikita nyo dyan sa number line? Okay, so we have negative 1 and 1, negative 2 and 2, negative 3 and 3. Number 3. How far is positive 3 from 0? And how far is negative 3 from 0? So, starting from 0, magka-count tayo kung ilang units ba papunta sa positive 3 and sa negative 3. So, unahin muna natin papunta sa positive 3. So, let us count 1, 2, 3. So, therefore, the answer is positive 3 is 3 units away from 0. How about negative 3? So, starting from 0, let us count 1, 2, 3. So, the answer is negative 3 is 3 units away from 0. Okay, and number 4, what can you say about the directions and the distances traveled by Archie and Angelica? Okay, so the answer is traveling the same distance in opposite direction. Okay, now, balikan natin yung problem kanina. Who traveled a greater distance? Is it Archie or Angelica? So what is your answer? Okay, so the answer is none. Why? Because they traveled the same distance. Okay. So, what is the absolute value? Okay, the absolute value facts. The absolute value of an integer is its distance from 0 on the number line without considering which direction from 0 the number lies. The notation, the absolute value of x, is used for the absolute value of an unknown integer that satisfies a given condition. Next, absolute value. For its definition, the distance of a number from 0 on the number line without regard to its direction. For its characteristics, so this is the symbol for absolute value, a known absolute value. The absolute value of a number can never be negative. It is either equal to a positive number or 0. For example, the absolute value of positive 12 is equal to 12. The absolute value of negative 6 is equal to 6. And the absolute value of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's have an exercises. For number 1, find the absolute value of the following integers. You may refer to the number line below. For letter A, what is the absolute value of positive 3? So, magka-count tayo starting from 0 papunta sa positive 3. So let us count. 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. Next, letter B, what is the absolute value of negative 5? So again, starting from 0, magka-count tayo papunta sa negative 5. So let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 5. Next, letter C, what is the absolute value of positive 7? So starting from 0, magka-count tayo papunta sa positive 7. So let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 7. Next, letter D, what is the absolute value of positive 9? So let us count again from 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer is 9. Next, letter E, what is the absolute value of negative 8? So starting from 0, magka-count tayo papunta sa negative 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is 8. Next, letter F, what is the absolute value of positive 4? So let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 4. Next, for letter G, so anong napapansin nyo sa letter G? Okay, so may negative sign sa labas ng absolute value. So ang hahanapin lang natin ay yung absolute value ng positive 2. So magka-count tayo starting from 0 papunta sa positive 2. So let us count. 1, 2. So the absolute value of positive 2 is 2. But may negative sign sa labas ng absolute value. So ang gagawin natin, ikakopy lang natin yung negative sign. So the answer is negative 2. Okay, next, letter H. Same din sa letter G. May negative sign sa labas ng absolute value. Okay, so for letter H, find the absolute value of negative 6. So magka-count tayo starting from 0 papunta sa negative 6. Okay, so let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. But may negative sa labas ng absolute value. So ikakopy natin ulit yung negative sign. So ang magiging answer is negative 6. Okay, number 2. Use the number line below to find the integer that can replace n. So, the absolute value of n is equal to 5. So, unknown yung n. Ano ba yung mga values ng n? So, magka-count tayo ng 5 units starting sa 0. So, 5 units muna, papunta sa right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saan nag-stop na number? Sa positive 5. Okay. So, magka-count ulit tayo dito naman sa left side ng 0. Magka-count ulit tayo ng 5 units. Starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. So, saan nag-stop na number? Sa negative 5. So, therefore, n is equal to positive 5 and negative 5. Next, letter B, the absolute value of n is equal to 0. So, what is the value of n? So, the answer is 0. Number 3, simplify. For letter A, the absolute value of 5 plus the absolute value of negative 8. So, the first step is to find the absolute value of each number. So, what is the absolute value of positive 5? The answer is 5. And what is the absolute value of negative 8? The answer is 8. Then, add the numbers. 5 plus 8 equals 13. Next, letter B. The absolute value of negative 6 minus the absolute value of negative 9. So, find the absolute value of negative 6. So, the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. And the absolute value of negative 9 is 9. Subtract the numbers. 6 minus 9 equals negative 3. Next, letter C. The absolute value of negative 4 times the absolute value of positive 3. So, the absolute value of negative 4 is 4, and the absolute value of positive 3 is 3. Then, multiply the numbers. 4 times 3 equals 12. And last, letter D, the absolute value of positive 10 divided by the absolute value of positive 2. So, find the absolute value of each number. The absolute value of 10 is 10, and the absolute value of 2 is 2. Then, divide the numbers. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video lesson.